I want to expand on the legal issues presented in yesterday's video a little more. Yesterday I posted a video on the issue of warning fellow motorists about a speed trap via flashing the lights on your car. If that's protected speech, and as a result of that protected speech you get pulled over, harassed, arrested, or so on, at that point you may have not just a Fourth Amendment violation, but also a First Amendment violation. More specifically, the cause of action in federal court is called First Amendment Retaliation. It's a violation of your First Amendment rights to suffer retaliation as a consequence of exercising your rights. This area of the law can be extremely murky, but it can also be pretty straightforward. Like everything else in federal constitutional law, it's highly fact-dependent. This can be illustrated by a case that I litigated, which predated my YouTube channel, so you won't find it there, at least not before now. Imagine that as a private citizen, riding in his work delivery truck, through the West Virginia countryside, he sees a vehicle come barreling at him around a stretch of road that has a double yellow line going into a curve. This is filmed by the citizen with his cell phone. He recognizes the vehicle as that of his state senator. He then posts the video on social media, showing and denouncing the senator's actions to his social media friends. But the senator has his own social media following, which is exponentially larger. In response to the citizen's video, that senator with a large social media following goes on a rant against the citizen, calling him names and also then identifying his place of employment, doxing him essentially. But he didn't stop there.
He's back. He's going to pass us like a bat out of hell on a double line in a curve. That is your state senator, folks. And I'm sure he'll be down here by the road putting up another sign. Please stay tuned. Vote no Jetta in May. Told you he was driving like a bat out of hell to put out a sign.
And here's the response from the senator.
All right, we don't have many folks. I'm sure this isn't going to be a huge crowd because it's after 11 o'clock. I'm just now getting home. Now, of course, let me go ahead and tell you all, because you're going to see a video coming out by some absolute oxygen thief showing me pass him on a double line. Well, yes, I did do that. I do. And I'll be honest with you, too. I sometimes speed a little. I know that's probably not right. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. This guy posts this video and he says, "Oh, this is your senator speeding like this." Well, you know what? First off, why did he have his camera ready? And the reason why he had his camera ready and the reason why I passed him on a double line is because he was doing, with the way he was driving, he knew I was behind him. And he was speeding up, slowing down. He was doing what he was doing specifically to make me either hit him in the rear of his vehicle or make me go around him, which is what I did. As soon as I saw an opportunity, I got around him and I took off. But he had his camera ready. And the reason why he had his camera ready is because he knew that he was trying to do what he was doing specifically to get me to pass him on that double line so he could say, "Look at Ojeda out here doing these horrible things." Let me tell you something. McCormick's. This guy works for you. He's driving your truck, and he's out there driving like that. So I will tell you right now, I'm going to go to McCormick's, and I'm going to let them know, point blank, that is unacceptable. If that guy's got a problem with me, he can deal with it anytime he wants to deal with it. He knows exactly where I live. Okay? But make no mistake, this guy's mad at me because I beat his person in the last political race. I beat the guy that had his favorite flavor of shoe polish, is exactly what it is. So that's exactly what happened right there. So, look, I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. Look, I'm not going to put up with nobody's garbage. I'm trying to run for Congress. Yes, I am. But that doesn't mean I got to sit and let people do stupid things. That guy right there was jeopardizing my safety on the road because he knew he was trying to figure out how he could get me to do something that he could video to say, "Oh, look at this." And it was really the way he did it. Look, guys, look at the way your state senator drives. Imagine how he's going to drive when he's Congress. But once again, that's the caliber of person that this is. And it's absolutely sickening. This guy's mad because obviously, he hasn't exactly, made his parents proud in life. So he wants to, try to do everything in his power to throw stones at someone like myself. I wanted to make sure that got out. I hope he sees this video, and make no mistake about it, I hope the people that are running McCormick's, that's letting this guy drive their truck all over the place, sees this video as well. Airborne, sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.
As I said, the senator didn't stop with the live video. The state senator actually called the citizen's employer and spoke personally with the owner. The following Monday morning, my client was fired. He made his way to me. We filed suit in federal court for First Amendment retaliation. Large numbers of Section 1983 complaints allege free speech retaliation claims. These frequently give rise to difficult legal issues. The majority of these claims are asserted by former or present public employees, but also can involve government contractors, individuals subject to criminal prosecution, prisoners, landowners, among others. The particular incident here involves social media retaliation by public officials. Now, as a general matter, public officials may not respond to constitutionally protected activity with conduct or speech that would chill or adversely affect this protected activity. That's so even if the act, when taken for different reasons, would have been proper. To succeed on a First Amendment retaliation claim, a plaintiff must show 1, that their speech was protected, 2, the alleged retaliatory action adversely affected the protected speech, and 3, that there was a causal relationship between the protected speech and the retaliation received. However, a plaintiff must allege the violation of a federal right by a person acting under color of state law. So public officials can theoretically act both under color of law as well as a private actor not under color of law. Put simply, a defendant acts under color of state law when he exercises powers possessed by virtue of state law, and made possible only because he's clothed with the authority of state law. There's no specific formula for defining state action under the standard. Rather, courts evaluate the totality of the circumstances. Where the sole intention of a public official is to suppress speech critical of his conduct or official duties or his fitness for public office, his actions are more fairly attributable to the state rather than a private citizen. In our case here, this was the big issue. The senator's lawyers filed a motion to dismiss. The federal court ended up denying that motion to dismiss, ordering the case to proceed. The court pointed out that the state senator posted his response video on his official campaign Facebook page that he was using to both share information with his constituents as well as to campaign for Congress. Thus, the social media account generating the alleged retaliation was closely connected to official activities. Using that official account and social media following, the court concluded that an inference was supported that the state senator was using his official position to pressure my client's employer to fire him. Moreover, the court found a causal connection between the response video as well as the phone call to the employer and my client being fired. He ordered the case to proceed and a subsequent settlement ensued. I'll post the court's memorandum order in this case up on the blog post in the description below if you'd like to review it. The takeaway is that liability for First Amendment retaliation is a possible avenue for accountability, not just for prisoners or public employees, but also anyone who has suffered retaliation from government officials, whether they're police officers or politicians. However, for the more unusual scenarios, the nexus to official status can be important. Causation can also be important in these cases. All of this necessarily requires documentation, screenshots of comments, saved videos. These things tend to disappear, and of course, to interview witnesses. As always, thanks for watching. You'll find more information at the link below to my blog at thecivilrightslawyer.com. If you have a video you want me to see, please send it my way. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss future updates. Please like, share, and comment about this video. It really helps. If you want to support the channel, please consider clicking the join button and becoming a channel member or sponsor. Remember, freedom is scary. Deal with it. See you next time.